Maybe because my mic was muted. Okay, word. Well, listen, my mic was muted. My fault. I'm confused, thinking my stuff was broken, but it's not. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We here back with another reaction, and we will be reacting to TikTok's biggest creeps, weirdos, and pedos. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go like, comment, sub, turn on post notices, follow me on Twitch, follow me on TikTok, and do all that YouTube stuff. And we gonna get right into the video. We ain't even gonna waste no
What skin you
time
got there? Yeah,
doing all the janky activities. We just gonna get straight into the vid. See what bruh time back. Oops.
Months, we have covered a lot of different communities who harbor pretty terrible creators.
Yep.
We looked at the Minecraft community who had Gen Pop and Lion Maker, and we also looked at the YouTube community with Austin Jones and EDP445. But one platform that we haven't checked out, which is pretty weird, seeing that they have a lot of creepy creators, is TikTok. TikTok harbors a lot of horrible creators. This is because of TikTok's algorithm, which makes it incredibly easy for random people to generate an audience. Sometimes this is great for building an audience on TikTok off of an existing audience on a different platform. But when you're a random person with bad intentions, this can be a recipe for disaster, allowing them to connect with TikTok users who are minors. And with an influx of people watching their videos, this can give them an unfair power dynamic, and they can use that to take advantage of their audience.
Everybody that he showed right now got caught doing some janky stuff. Go back and read some of these contents. Why is he squinting? She did not tell me she was 14.
This can give them an unfair power dynamic, and they can use that to take advantage of their audience, which, spoiler alert, a lot of these creators have done. But today, we are just looking at the biggest weirdos on the platform. This video can get a bit disturbing, so just keep that in mind before you watch the rest of the video, which means we also need a sponsor for the video. So here's a quick message.
No free plugs.
Because it's also offered by original you want me to in this video, but if you wanted a part 2, just let me know in the comments below. Trust me, there are sadly plenty of these weirdos on that platform, so it wouldn't be difficult to look at some of these creators in a second video. Well, with all that out of the way, let's strap in and look at these creepy TikTok creators.
Anyone out there, I just want to say I'm sorry, and I did not know that she was 14. I did not know that she was 14.
A couple months ago, I spoke about Dylan Zippy, a TikTok content creator who blew up on the app by posting a bunch of cringy POV and lip syncing videos. Now, while I was researching that video, I had the displeasure of looking through all of his cringy TikTok videos. And when I mean cringy, I mean cringy. Even though these videos were extremely bad, they still pulled in a ton of views. And for some reason, he had some fans that would defend him in the comments. These fans would also stitch his videos and compliment him throughout them. All of this attention was great for his TikTok page and Instagram page, but behind closed doors, the conversations that he had with some of his fans took a disturbing turn. At the very beginning of his TikTok account's life, he'd be caught messaging a 13-year-old while he was 17 years old. While messaging her, he'd ask this girl for inappropriate pictures and videos of her private areas. Now, even though this was the first time that Dylan was exposed for being—
What's good with you? You 17, she 13, bro. That don't make sense. Don't do that. Don't do that. Man, these people, bro, need violence brought against them.
Being a pedo, this wouldn't be the first situation ever for him. The TikToker Your Favorite Guy posted a video to his fans saying that he knew of Dylan Zippy being a creep well before these new allegations came out against him. This was due to the past situation where Dylan was caught on multiple occasions texting 13-year-olds.
Dylan Zippy is 20 years old, and I knew him before he was 18. The reason I knew him was because there was a Snapchat group chat of a bunch of TikTokers, and we were both in it. And this was before all this stuff came out about him. While we were both in this group chat, it came out that while he was 17, he was texting multiple 14-year-olds, multiple 13-year-olds. I told him to cut it out. Did he? Not at all.
After this video by Your Favorite Guy, Dylan posted an off-putting apology video which started off with him congratulating himself for hitting 40,000 followers on TikTok. He'd then go on to make a BS apology that held no weight and took very little accountability for his actions.
Thank you guys again for 40k followers. It means a lot to me.
No way you are starting an apology video with a Shout out for 40K followers. That's fucking crazy.
But this is not why I'm here. I need to talk to you guys for a bit. This is
It's 420 year. Hey, look, everybody get your token on right now. Right now. Pause everything. Get your token on. Yep. That'll get her done.
This is my apology video. So for anyone out there, I just want to say I'm sorry. And I did not mean to be creepy in any way. I just wanted to be a nice person and to sing for her. And I did not know that she was 14. She didn't tell me her age. So it was wrong of me to do that. So I just want to say I'm sorry. And hopefully you guys can appreciate it and accept my apology. And yeah, and hopefully you guys accept it. So if you guys do, thank you. And I just don't want to get hate anymore. So.
But again, this video held no weight because a few weeks later, it was completely deleted off of his account. And shortly after the video was deleted, he'd also go missing. This was because his parents forced him off of the app. But 2 years later, when he was 19, he made his return to creeping on minors on TikTok. After being exposed once again, your favorite guy posted another video on Dylan and his new apology. Just like the first apology on Dylan's page, it held no weight. And during it, he didn't take any accountability for his actions, but once again deflected any negativity and acted as if he was the victim in the situation.
Active an account, but since then he's moved out. Unsurprisingly, 2 years later, he has once again been caught trying to sext and meet up with 14-year-olds. I honestly think Dylan is messed up in the head, like there's something wrong with him, because this was the apology video he posted about all of this.
I just hope that this would never happen again. So hopefully you guys will understand. And trust me, I don't want this to go downhill or ruin my life or my career that I'm going to do in the future. And I'll be more careful next time. And ask girls their age before I start talking to them either on Instagram or Snapchat. So I hope you guys understand and hopefully like this video and
The gaslighting in this video is insane. He entirely ignores the recent time he was caught or trying to a 14-year-old, and he knew the ages. Hell, I even catfished him at the time, telling him I was 14. The audacity he has to tell people to like and share this video, like, oh my god, I can't believe it.
But again, Dylan didn't change like how he said he was going to. He'd be exposed once again by a sting operation put together by Goobutsu and Zerg, who have experience catching predators by setting up decoy accounts on Instagram. This decoy messaged Dylan and he immediately started flirting with them. The decoy would tell Dylan her age, but Dylan completely ignored that information and told the decoy that he had a spot on his bed for her, showing that he didn't care about being caught. And this is something that he'd do without caring for the outcome.
Makes lots of weird content about finding love and falling in love and running into your ex. It's bizarre. But whatever, nothing illegal about that. However, he recently got into the inbox of my friend Arlen's decoy account that he uses to catch predators just like Dylan. And it clearly states that they graduate from high school in 4 years. If that wasn't enough for this 20-year-old man to keep from hitting on a child, the decoy even said, "I'm 14, why do you care?" He even asked to see the decoy's body, which he knows is 14. The decoy asks, "See what?" And he says, "You're a butt, LMAO. I'm sorry, I'm a dummy." "Dylan, you are a dummy." He tells the 14-year-old decoy, "I've never had a girlfriend before." Tells her he has a spot right next to him for her, and asks if she would smash or pass him. In their Instagram conversation, he asks the decoy if they want to hang out, cuddle with him, and if he can see her 14-year-old ass. Oh, f*** is right, Dylan. Hopefully San Francisco State University doesn't see this. I saw you recently committed to them. What's even more pathetic is this. Dylan was already caught talking to children 2 years ago. Here's an apology video he posted in 2021.
And I did not know that she was 14. She didn't tell me her age.
Well, this time she told you her age, you fucking creep. Dylan, it's time to go. Get off the TikTok, get off the Instagram, get yourself some help, you fucking pervert.
This sting operation finally kept Dylan Zippy off of the internet for a few weeks. But because his account wasn't terminated, he was able to come back a few weeks later and do the exact same thing that he was doing before. In September, Dylan Zippy was caught once again talking to minors, but this time it was a boy. After being exposed again, his online creepiness would finally catch up to him in the real world, and he'd be fired from his job. Now, when I tried to find his account for this video, it seemed like it had been deleted, which is great. Maybe he's actually getting the help that he needs, but him being off of TikTok and unable to entertain a young audience is best for everyone involved. Dylan was and is a weirdo who used his online presence as a way to interact with underage fans by completely abusing the attention he was getting, even though he was exposed multiple times by a plethora of creators that didn't stop him from continuing this behavior.
But I'm always after the young'uns.
Now, much like Dylan Zippy, Paul Breach also blew up on his TikTok account for cringy lip-syncing videos and dancing videos. These videos quickly grew his audience, and within a few weeks, Paul was dancing for a ton of new followers. At the age of 40 years old, Paul was posting these videos almost daily. He created his first account in 2021, but really took off in 2022 when he danced to the song Green Green Grass. Paul started to post weird thirst traps throughout this time, and with more eyes on his account, people started to get a creepy vibe from the content he was posting and the duets he was making. Because of this, they started to dig deeper into Paul's past, and what they found was that Paul, at the age of 27 years old, impregnated a 16 16-year-old. After the evidence came out, there were multiple attempts to try and ask Paul on his TikTok lives about him getting a 16-year-old pregnant, but he'd always avoid the question and played the legality card, and he'd also start to turn off comments on his live streams and TikTok videos to avoid any further questions.
Okay, but wait, did you get a 16-year-old pregnant?
No, as we all know.
You didn't?
No,
No?
no.
No?
But I'm not doing no more questions, Molly, because it's the same every chat, babes.
Okay, so a lot of people are fucking going mental on my...
Of course they are. Well,
Can I ask you questions, Paul?
no, it's because what happens is because two other ladies have stopped talking about me and told their rooms to stop talking about me. Now this lot have been going, oh, okay. Oh, we'll wait for the next person he goes live with to start talking. This is all they do. All they do with their little.
Why?
Because they because they want to, because they're excitable.
Asking me about the 16-year-old, the 17-year-old.
The 25-year-old, the 48-year-old, the 965-year-old, my life.
Year-olds.
Who?
Do you like younger women?
Well, I've dated people in their 20s recently. I know I'm vile and horrible people.
Is that illegal? It's not illegal, right?
No, but it is on TikTok if you're Paul. Stop it. So yeah.
Okay. So people are obsessed with you. Then.
Because what would happen, Marlene, if I go live with you now, and if I go live with somebody brand new tomorrow after answering all your questions,
Right.
they would ask me all the same questions tomorrow. And then
But what? How have all these people found out the stuff about you?
because they and search and read and just believe whatever bullshit they're fed in the world.
How? But like how? Like how have they just come up with like all this?
This has been going on for years. So yeah, just bullshit.
Wait, everyone's going mental. I've got to read some of this stuff. Okay, wait. She doesn't look at chat. She was 16. Ask about Jazz. Who's Jazz? He has no clue.
No,
Ask
no,
about
don't
Jazz.
speak about people who don't need speaking about. So no, I won't be. So no, I've done the answering. Done.
After this, Paul started to show evidence of being a bigger creep than what people initially thought. He'd like IG posts of underage girls and would message those minors as well. At times, he'd even send them voice messages. After being called out for messaging these young minors, he'd state on TikTok Live that if a girl was 17 years old, then he wouldn't message them back.
You tell me how old you are. If you are under 18, I will not be continuing this conversation. And she said, no, she's going to be 17. She's going to be 17 next month, next whatever. So left it at that. Very polite lady, but yeah, won't be continuing the conversation as pointed into the thing. So bada bing, bada boom.
Paul weighed heavy on thirst trapping his audience of young kids. Because of this, there would be a growing audience of people who despised Paul and his content. In January of 2023, after the allegations came out against Paul, his account was banned. He posted a video onto his Instagram page discussing what he would do if his account never came back.
Amazon is overcharging you, but I can show you.
My account is gone off TikTok. If it stays permanently gone, it stays permanently gone. I'll go back to a normal life eventually. I've got enough money to do what I want at the moment. So, I wonder what people's content will be now. Soon your FYPs and everything else will be normal and people's accounts will be back to pathetic views, pathetic likes. So, if it comes back, hi. If it doesn't come back, hi. I'm going to go see the world, see what happens.
His account never came back.
My account is gone off TikTok. If it stays permanently gone, it stays permanently gone. I'll go back to a normal life eventually. I've got enough money to do what I want at the moment. So, I wonder what people's content will be now. Soon your FYPs and everything else will be normal and people's accounts will be back to pathetic views, pathetic likes. So, if it comes back, hi. If it doesn't come back, hi. I'm going to go see the world, see what happens. Hey.
Eventually, Paul would create a new account and continue to do the same old thing, dancing, doing thirst traps, and lip syncing. In May of 2023, someone who was allegedly groomed by Paul uploaded a video titled Paul Breach, What Happened? Paul responded during his live stream stating that if there was SA involved, she should have called the cops.
Why do I South Africa girls? Pardon? What are you accusing me of? Excuse me? Who? Who? Give me the names. Would you not go to the police with that? I'd go to the police with that if I were you. Who did I? Oh, am I arrested? No, I don't see what's going on.
In November of 2023, Charlie made a video on Paul, making fun of his cringy videos and how creepy it was. Charlie's video pretty much stopped all of Paul's existing momentum. After this, Paul posted a video onto his TikTok account, finally addressing the allegations that were going on throughout the past year. As of today, Paul's TikTok account has generated over 900,000 followers, but now people just watch him to hate him. On his videos, you can see high views, but very little engagement, and instead of posting daily like he used to, now he posts every couple of days. Paul is a huge creep who was confronted by a bunch of people in public. He still posts on his TikTok account, but people really don't seem to care about him or his videos anymore.
My darkest fantasy is to watch all those who wronged me die by my hand. That's my darkest one.
This next creator that we are going to look at has to be the biggest creep on TikTok. This is due to the fact that since the beginning of his online presence, he has constantly said and done very inappropriate things, either on Snapchat or in Discord. As you may know, we are speaking about the TikToker, if you even want to call him that, named Jupiter the Hybrid, who states that he is a vampire mixed with a werewolf, which is where the hybrid comes into play.
I'm a hybrid between vampire and werewolf. I'm a hybrid. My dad's a vampire, my blood dad's a vampire, my blood mom's a werewolf. Meaning I wound up with both their powers. So when I first got on with you, my skin started to itch. That's the one thing about us magical creatures. When we actually interact with others of our kind, we get itchy.
Again, since the very beginning, he used his platform to send inappropriate videos to minors. And this isn't even something he tries to deny or cover up. He'd admit this later on, but would try and apologize for his actions, blaming them on being high off nicotine. But I'm getting way too far ahead of myself, so we have to back it up a little bit. Now, we have to look at the Linda Binda, who during her live streams would accidentally give Jupiter the Hybrid the limelight that he would later abuse. During this live stream, Jupiter would make some pretty questionable remarks, and it seemed like if he wasn't speaking about living in a rural area where bodies can't be found and where people can go missing, he'd be making sexual remarks to Linda Binda.
My darkest fantasy is to watch all those who wronged me die by my hand. That's my darkest one. It makes me want it's just one of my darkest fantasies of doing. I want to kill everybody who's wronged me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm going to say. I want to kill those who have wronged me as a person. I can make those people disappear. There's places out here in Idaho where I can bury bodies and no one would think to look.
Have you done it before?
Not really done it, but actually thought of it. There are some people I want to bury out somewhere in Melba where no one will ever think to look. There's places here in Idaho no one would ever think to look for a body.
Linda Binda, after this live stream, put clips of the interaction onto her TikTok account, which blew up in views. At one point, having over 9 million views on the interaction with Jupiter. After this, trolls on Discord started to mess with Jupiter. Knowing that he wasn't all there mentally, they would play tricks on him, like telling him to go to a local restaurant with a BB gun. Jupiter was easily manipulated into doing these demands from the Discord trolls, and he started to be compared to Chris Chan because of how easy it was for trolls to make him do something with very little resistance. After this though, Jupiter started to have conversations with people he knew were minors, telling them that he'd want to change the age of consent and would also make weird remarks to them as well.
Can I still send you pictures of myself even if I'm underage? Because I'm only 13.
It's up to you, sweetie, if you want to, because I don't mind. If you do, I don't mind. Do you plan on trading me in if I say yes?
No, I would never.
I'd lower the age of consent all the way to 16 if you guys wanted me to. Or I'd even change it to 15 if you guys wanted me to.
Once he was exposed, Jupiter posted a TikTok apology asking for the forgiveness from the people he hurt.
The humble heart that I, Jupiter, aka Corbin Pinnell, was a pedophile. I'm hated for those crimes. I ask the world's forgiveness, as well as those who I've wronged, Bree, and all those other named souls that I have wronged. Pedophilia was never really what was supposed to be. And I apologize for those actions that I have taken. I am Corbin and Jupiter. And I give you my solemn word that it will never happen again. I beg your forgiveness for the pedophilia I have done. And to the rest of the world, I was a pedophile, but I have seen the error of my ways and wish to be forgiven of my pedophilia crimes. And to all those others that I have hurt and wronged, I ask you to forgive me. I was never meant to hurt anyone. I bow my head in shame, and I am ashamed to call myself a Jupiter. I am ashamed of my actions, and I wish to be forgiven of the pedophilia crimes I have been accused of. And I promise you that it will never, ever happen again. I swear on the name of Jupiter and Corbin Pinnell, I swear upon that name that I will make this right. I am unworthy of calling myself Jupiter. This video is my apology to the world for my crimes. I ask again to be forgiven of those said crimes. Pedophilia, of being a horrible person and a monster. Forgive me, everyone on TikTok. Forgive me, and know that my crimes are heard. And know that I wish to be repenting of those crimes. Forgive me.
As you may have noticed, Jupiter has a tendency to making himself more movie dramatic. Like, these apologies and remarks in general all seem like they are from movies with the way he delivers his wording. After this apology, he'd leave the internet for a few months. This was due to the Idaho police conducting an investigation into Jupiter because of the interactions he was having between minors online. Jupiter would get his device confiscated by the police and was also evicted from his
8 Sleep pod cover. It's a liquid cooled mattress.
This, Jupiter went off, device confiscated by the police, and was also evicted from his apartment. After this, Jupiter went off the grid, but he'd make his return in October saying that he was alive and how he could never get arrested. He'd also say that he didn't care about what he did and who he hurt and how he wasn't a predator.
You all honestly think I'm gonna go to prison? Check your facts before you do anything stupid. And back the hell up. And back the hell down. Final warning, people. Leave me alone. I don't care. I don't give a shit what you do. I ain't going to jail. I ain't going to prison. So you can all just bite me. I don't care. But a child predator is something I ain't. I'm just a man who got caught up in the wrong thing at the wrong time. Later.
A week after this, Jupiter posted another video. This time it seemed like he was fighting with an internet hacker group called Anonymous. But at the end of the video, he blamed his past actions on the fact that he was influenced by alcohol and high off of nicotine, and how he wasn't in the right state of mind when he did these things.
Hey everyone, sorry I've been gone for so long.
Oh my fucking god, was my mic muted
But
the
yeah,
whole time?
I did,
Holy
and I
shit,
still,
I think my mic
I
was
did,
muted
and I
this whole fucking time, bro. Hold on, let me check my shit. I know it's working now, so.
still do regret my
It was muted
actions.
for
You
a
guys
minute.
need
I
to
don't know
back
what the
off.
fuck.
I'm doing
Damn!
okay. I just haven't had any time to post. Oh, and Anonymous, I dare you to try and hurt me. You know not where I live.
Knock it off!
Bro don't live nowhere.
So
and
yeah,
shit.
half the stuff that I did, what drove me to do it was nicotine and alcohol.
Nicotine.
That shit really messed me up. Really messed up who I was. It messed up who.
I don't like
it messed
his
up the
voice.
person I was.
His voice
And
irritating as shit.
To tell you all the truth, I may be many things, but a child predator, I am not. I was really messed up back then. I've learned my lesson.
After this, he'd raise war against Linda Binda, and this would go on until almost February. Eventually, Linda Binda would post her last update on Jupiter on February 16th, stating that no matter how much attention she brings to him and how creepy he is online, he will never be arrested.
Hi, I wanted to address something regarding Jupiter the Werewolf Vampire Hybrid. I've learned that no matter the videos I post on this man, there will be any consequences for his actions. No matter the size of the issue, whether he's throwing around a couple of N-words or he's talking to teenagers in an inappropriate way, Jupiter's local police won't do anything. Ever since July of last year, I have been gunning to get him held accountable by law. Yet, I am still right here, complaining about the same exact things. My big question is, from the countless videos of evidence I've provided documenting Jupiter's illegal acts, to his personal electronic devices that the Nampa police have been sitting on.
Linda Binda can't be a biological female, right? Am I tripping? Does that sound mean? I'm just saying. I just think she might be a boy. It's fucked. This sounds shitty, but Is Linda Bender a female for real?
For months. Why is he not in jail? Why is he not being held accountable? Is it because he's mentally challenged? Or is it the fact that nobody thinks that he'll act on his delusions? You might be thinking, oh, Jupiter apologized for his messages to a couple of minors. Tell me why he did the exact same thing the very next day. Tell me why when I told him I was actually 16, he said that it was fine. That if I didn't tell anybody, he wouldn't. This is the chance to be proactive, not reactive. How many more times do we need to see a missing 14-year-old's face on the evening news? When authorities are not proactive, this is what's going to happen. I have given up trying to get him locked up somewhere. From now on, my goal is to spread these videos of Jupiter far and wide. Because the truth is, there are millions of adults doing the same exact thing that he is doing. And unfortunately, a lot of these adults are in a position of power. Whether it's Jupiter using his infamy to lure his next victim, a local priest using Jesus as his alibi, or an uncle hiding under the label of family. This is an ongoing issue in our world. I just happened to unearth one for the internet to see. Please, if you can, like and share this video because it's an important message that people need to see.
Jupiter is one of the biggest predators on TikTok, but has gotten away scot-free and is still posting from time to time on the platform.
To my haters, all you're doing is fueling the fire.
This next creep was one of the first weirdos to be exposed on TikTok. When Musical.ly was bought by ByteDance and later became TikTok, Buddy Haynes, aka the Bidet, on TikTok quickly made his mark on the newly acquired platform in 2018. Back then, Buddy was making cringe videos and started a trend of why do good girls love bad guys. Overall, his content was cringy, and commentary YouTubers back in 2018 started to cover Buddy and his TikTok antics. At first, it was seemingly funny to watch this guy, possibly in his 40s, dance around in his room. But the situation took a sharp turn when Buddy started to post duets onto his page. These duets almost exclusively featured a minor. This was a pretty serious issue, and it started to cause concern for people who once thought that Buddy was just cringy. Because Buddy was receiving more and more hate by the day,
What the fuck you got going on, my brother? What the fuck are you actually doing, man? Like, and what's crazy is like, motherfuckers can post like the most harmless shit, and like your shit is likely to get like flagged or like whatever the fuck, but like this shit is going on TikTok. Like,
he posted a video calling out the haters, saying that they were fueling the fire and giving him more attention. He'd tell the haters that he will continue to duet videos with his fans, even though they are clearly underage, and how they can't stop him.
So just the Bidet coming at you with another public service announcement. So, for all those that have been following me and giving me love and giving me sweet comments and duets and everything and reactions, thank you so much. Sorry, my glasses broke, so I'm still kind of like getting them. Maybe I'll get some new ones or find my spares, but I appreciate you more than anything you'll ever know. To my haters, all you're doing is fueling the fire. When you comment, like my stuff, follow me, and react to my videos trying to down me, you're just making it worse for you. So, do yourself a favor, block me. If you don't like my stuff. If you don't like what I do, block me. Because I will continue to do duets with my fans that love me.
But obviously, when you entice people who already hate you online and tell them that they're...
Honestly, that's fucking creepy, but it ain't illegal. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers know that. It's wild as shit and weird. Come on, bro. You know better. You have no reason to duet children's fucking TikToks. It's creepy, man. Fucking wild. You niggas is creeps.
There's nothing they can do about stopping you, they will find a way. People started to dig into Buddy and found his and his family's Facebook accounts. With this new information revealed, he'd have to post another video telling people not to message him, or else they will be taken to the police.
As you can tell, I'm still here. But I now have another issue. I have now people that found me on Facebook. You harass me on Facebook, and I will take you to the police. Because this is getting way too far, people. This is too far.
But the duets with underage girls was just the tip of the iceberg. A TikToker named Bihoji exposed Buddy in October of 2018 for sending her inappropriate Snapchats. During these conversations, he'd also sent her lewd pictures of himself. After this, even more messages were shared online, showing the magnitude of Buddy's degeneracy. During these chats, Buddy would call himself
But
ugly.
that shit ain't even degeneracy, bro. I was a teenager. I did degenerate bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And not a single fucking one after I turned the age of 18 involved a bitch younger than me, fool. So, like, nah, that's not degeneracy. Degeneracy is like getting a nice hotel room and throwing a party in that bitch and low-key wrecking that bitch. That's a degeneracy. Degeneracy is like fucking just acting like a goddamn hooligan, man. Pedophilia is not degeneracy, bitch. Acting like a fucking predator is being a fucking predator. There's two completely different things, and I just do not want those two to get mixed in together, because degeneracy can be fun. Feel me? Fuck no. Not that. Nah, nigga, y'all. No, that's not the same thing, bro. You can call it like it is, bro. Them niggas is predators. That's
while
it.
also giving the girl money. Even more Snapchats were shared online, which showed Buddy telling the girl that she'd be a good girl. And yeah, it's pretty gross stuff going on here, so yeah. After this, Buddy would be investigated.
Why you shake his hips like that? That nigga straight.
By the police, but nothing was ever done to keep Buddy offline. He would leave the internet for some time, but came back with a new name. That name being Papa Freak. That's pretty ironic. He'd make music and started the live stream on Twitch. He'd once again be called out for trying to change his name, but everybody found out that it was just Buddy. He'd then be catfished by a YouTuber named The Activist, and during this video, Buddy would try to attempt to make an excuse as to why he was at a park, but Activist would prove him wrong, saying that he was coming to meet a 16-year-old.
What was the real gist of that? Because there's still people confused about that.
That one? Okay, so from my understanding, yes, the girl was 16.
Right.
But she told me she was from the UK.
Okay.
Now, whether or not this is, something that really irritates people or not, age of consent in UK is 16. Everywhere.
Right.
So even if I was saying those things towards her, there's nothing illegal about that. Now.
Here there is.
Yes.
Right, you're not in the UK, you fucking idiot. What the fuck, are you dumb? Now, for that to have made sense, bitch, you would have had to have gone to the UK and had this conversation in the UK. But then again, that shit still doesn't even make fucking sense. Because why the fuck? Who, in what fucking country, state, city, why the fuck? I know it's a fucking thing, but why, bro? Let's just talk about it. Why? Why the fuck is the age of consent 16, bro? If you're not an adult, you should not be fucking sleeping with adults. You know what I'm saying?
Here in the United States there is. In the UK it is.
Not in every state. In Illinois, in Illinois it's 16. Michigan is 17.
But still, like, legal doesn't necessarily mean right. Slavery was legal. A bunch of things were legal.
Okay,
Prostitution was legal.
But, so, I have talked to that girl since then.
Right.
Me and her are still friends to this day.
Weird.
She apologized to me, and I apologized to her.
So, why was that even sent in to those people at Inform Overload in the first place?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure out why any of that stuff was sent to Inform Overload.
Yeah, because your best bet would probably be to not have contact with her anymore. That's probably your best bet.
But that probably is my best bet. But I messaged her, just clear in there. I apologize if I made her feel uncomfortable. I apologize to her. Even if I was saying those things towards her, she said she does not know who contacted her, but someone using her account did.
Okay.
So it's very possible that at the time she had a boyfriend, the boyfriend may have got onto the account and done that.
What the fuck is this bitch ass nigga talking about, man? Saying some bullshit.
Still, when you look at it, like, even though that may be the age of consent in some places, to pretty much most of society, if not Not necessarily all of society. Some people won't see a thing, some people won't care. But to most society, that's still a problem.
He did stop uploading to TikTok in 2019, but still continued to be active on Instagram all the way up until August of 2023. And on YouTube, he'd post a video trying to defend himself, blaming his actions on his headspace at the time, which is what all predators say when they try to make an excuse for messaging underage girls that they clearly know are younger than the age of consent.
Dealt with a lot of depression and anxiety, schizophrenia, alcohol abuse, and there's a lot of those videos that I was not necessarily in my correct state of mind, and you know, that's on me. You know, I'm not trying to like diffuse the situation that, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. I should have been more present in those times. There are conversations between me and some underage people. My intent is never to groom.
Fuck. That's not your intent, bitch, but that's what the fuck you got going on. Bitch ass nigga.
Prey or sexualize anyone, whether you are of age or not of age. I am just a friendly person, and maybe that comes off to some people the wrong way. Maybe I need to be more, okay, so you're, you know, underage. I need to make sure I know that, hey, you know, maybe the conversations I have with someone of my age, I can't have with you.
It's crazy to me that Buddy is still allowed to roam free. And while doing the research for this part of the video, I stumbled across Sunny's video, and in the comments, they were saying that Buddy was a substitute teacher in the past. But again, it's the internet, so I'm not really too sure how truthful that is.
How many separate times did you send explicit photos? Like a separate time?
It was just once, because
Okay.
she added me the night before, and then I ended up unediting her the following day.
Now, the Tall Knight was someone we covered on the channel a few months ago, and he is also a content creator who had over 1.5 million followers on TikTok at the time of him being called out. For the sake of the video, I'm going to leave out the beginning of this story, where he gets kicked out of his house for having intercourse before marriage, and how he used his religion to make jokes about music artists who were trans. So if you want the full scope of his degeneracy, I'll leave a card right now to the older video. I wanted to focus on the allegations that came out about Tall Knight and how unserious he took these allegations. In the summer of 2023, Tall Knight started to post videos onto his TikTok account showcasing him without a shirt on, which again was pretty cringy. But he'd post a video later on telling people that TikTok scammed him because he was trying to promote his Patreon page for his fitness content because people were asking for his routine. But TikTok took his money and made the video flop.
So TikTok just absolutely fucked me over, and now I might be getting evicted. Let me explain why. In the few months I've been on TikTok, I've acquired almost 2 million followers, and the top 3 questions I always get is, how tall are you, what video games do you play, and what's your workout routine? So I figured I should finally end up coming out about that and capitalizing on it by offering to sell people my workout routine, because it's incredibly effective. I've only been working out a couple of months and I have a relatively good physique. So I decided to make a Patreon to sell my workout to anyone else who is interested in my method, which just seemed really effective and I wanted to share that. So for reference, this is what my views look like normally on TikTok when I'm posting whatever I feel like posting. And since this was pretty important to me because I would be selling something to you guys, I decided to spend over $100 on promoting this one video announcing my workout routine to my followers via TikTok's promotion program. I gave TikTok over $100 to promote this video and to give me more views than usual. And this is how the video did. That is it. What the fuck? It's just an absolute scam. Do not promote your stuff on TikTok because it is just, it's, oh my god. So now here I.
But why would you do that if you're already getting millions of likes and views per video? That doesn't make sense, but fucking continue. Come on, let's get into the bullshit.
I am with not enough money to pay rent that's due next week because TikTok absolutely fucked me over because even though I have almost 2 million followers, it gave me less than 3,000 views on my one video promoting my Patreon. I don't want to pressure you into buying anything, but it would really help me if you guys could check that out because TikTok just absolutely fucked me over and now I'm kind of scared because I don't know if I'm gonna sell enough in order to pay rent this month.
After this, his Patreon started to take a weird NSFW turn for the worst, and he started an OnlyFans to help subsidize the money he was getting each month. He claimed that Patreon and OF were more secure than TikTok, which is why he created those pages in the first place. This is where things take another turn. In order to promote his OF, he'd start replying to comments under his videos. As we know, the majority of TikTokers are minors, so you probably know where I'm headed with this. Tall Knight started replying to comments, and a lot of the time there were minors that he was redirecting to his Linktree where he had his OnlyFans. This got Tall Knight banned off of TikTok, and he'd go on to post a TikTok to his second account asking people to help him and saying that he didn't know what he did wrong. On this second account, he'd write, "I just got banned from TikTok when I..."
You know you can't post that shit on there, bro. Look, bro, when that shit came out, all you seen was bitches like, I want to promote my OnlyFans on TikTok, but I can't post the, Linktree in it, Come on, bitch. I mean, if you're gonna pay my rent now, fuck, please help. I'd imagine you're supposed to say, I don't know what I'm going to do, but what I'm going to do. My account was in good standing. I've never even gotten a guideline violation before.
I had 1.6 million followers. The money I was going to make from views this month was going to pay my rent. Now I'm effed. Please help. I don't know what I'm going to do. My account was in good standing. I've never even gotten a guideline violation before. Now, Professor Pippi was a creator who called Tall Knight out for replying to these underage fans. And he'd say,
yeah.
Are you interested in starting your own faceless YouTube audio?
Whoop! Man.
I got banned. Because of this.
Nope, you were banned because you were marketing your adult content to your child fan base on TikTok. Like this video where you dance provocatively to a spicy song after one of your fans said they want to see it grow. And when you take 2 seconds to look at the girl who commented that, she is very clearly 15 years old. And when people who were concerned about this confronted you, you wouldn't even take down the video. Like this video where you announced you are now making adult content and this fan of yours is really excited and look, you commented back to her. And again, 2 seconds to click the profile, she is 13 years old. Tall Knight directed all these people to his Linktree, and you see that link at the top that says My Workout Routine? Now that goes to his Patreon, where for $5 a month you can get his workout routine, or for just $2.50 more, you can look at his lewd photos and videos without needing to verify your age at all. That's why you got banned.
Tall Knight would make a response video called My Side of Things. This was a nearly 30-minute video that went over all of the drama that he found himself in during the past year. At the end of the video, he'd finally addressed the grooming allegations and stated that these allegations bothered him because his mom was a groomer. After this video, your favorite guy posted a video exposing Tall Knight's toxic and predatory past, and a couple minutes after posting this video, your favorite guy posted another video stating that someone just came to him with even more allegations of Tall Knight speaking inappropriately towards them, even though he knows that they were a minor. After this, the two had a back and forth on TikTok until Professor Pippi got another tip that incriminated Tall Knight even more. So Professor Pippi asked Tall Knight to get on the Discord call to discuss the allegations, where Tall Knight would say this.
So you admit you did send explicit photos to this 16-year-old girl?
Yeah, that's absolutely my fault.
Okay. Yes, that was Tall Knight admitting to me that he exchanged explicit photos and messages with a 16-year-old girl back in May. So with this 16-year-old girl, how many separate times did you send explicit photos? Like a separate time?
It was just once because
Okay.
she added me the night before, and then I ended up unediting her the following day.
To explain, a few days ago, a new 16-year-old girl came to me with their story about Tall Knight. Now, instead of just coming out with the story like last time, I decided to leverage this proof with him to try to gain a confession to once and for all in this. And what exactly was it? I'm assuming it was like your...
Yeah.
Okay. As you can hear, I got him to admit not only to this, but to even more.
I've been called sociopathic in an unfathomable amount of times in my life because I just try and see the world in like pros and cons, like a spreadsheet almost. I base my decisions on what's most beneficial.
Now, I for one...
Apparently the fuck not, bro. Because if you would base your decisions off anything, you would know as a motherfucking grown-ass man, you cannot talk to no motherfucking child. What the fuck is you really on, my dog?
I have no idea why he actually admitted all this stuff and thought I wasn't recording, but luckily for us, he did. Now in the past, he's tried to lie and manipulate his way out of these situations, but this time, since we have a confession straight from his mouth, I think this is finally the end of the Tall Knight.
After this, Tall Knight uploaded a video to his YouTube account speaking about the Discord call, saying that the girl on Snapchat didn't even look 16 and she definitely looked above 18. He'd state that if his girlfriend saw that the girl looked 16, then she would have broken up with him.
Me. But then the compliments started getting more flirty and less from my content and more on my physique, and it started getting weird. As the compliments became more sexual, she started asking for pictures from me. Obviously, naturally, when it's someone you just met and you've only spoken a tiny bit, you're not really inclined to send them nude pictures of yourself. And her only response was, well, fine, don't worry, I'll send some first, then you send some. And then I said, that depends. How old are you? And she said 19, don't worry about it. And then she sent me nude photographs. And this I will say with every ounce of honesty and every ounce of full confidence that I am physically capable of saying. The pictures she sent me were undoubtedly adult. Either this girl lied about being 16 and she is an adult, and if those pictures are of her, she's definitely an adult, or she just went to Google and like found a picture of some chick and then sent me that. Because the pictures look something like this. Like, very clearly an adult. Like, as in, there's no way that it was 16. Like, that's what I'm trying to emphasize here. I need you to understand, this in no way makes me...
Man, we ain't even really trying to hear that shit, fool. Feel what I'm saying? You sound like you bullshit. You lying. Just, you know, shut the fuck up. How about that?
Me, like the type of person that goes after younger people. Because I was told she was an adult, I was lured in by the fact that she was an adult, and I was sent pictures of an adult. So if you're going to hate me for the right reason. Yes, I do admit, I did send pictures back. That was so scummy of me. I just went into my eyes only and then just like sent her whatever recent things I had on me. So I 100% own up to how fucking shitty of a person that makes me. My girlfriend deserves so much better than me, and I don't know why she stayed with me.
Now, throughout every response, Tall Knight is constantly wearing that stupid Crusader helmet. He states that it's for his own well-being because people would try to assault him in public because of the allegations against him, but I believe it's just because he didn't want anyone to use his face for their videos. After this, there was a petty back and forth between Tall Knight and your favorite guy, and even Professor Pippi, and Tall Knight's credibility was completely destroyed. After a few months, he posted another video onto his YouTube account claiming he was framed, but it took forever just for the video to come out. Now I really didn't even look at it because I know how Tall Knight works. A lot of the time he will try to manipulate his fans, and this is just another way of him doing that. His last video on his channel was titled Goodbye. In this video, he pretty much states that he's taking time off of the internet to work on himself again. Tall Knight was exposed really bad and did a really bad job at trying to defend himself, and when the allegations didn't go away, he left the internet instead. TikTok is still a pretty new platform, and with a demographic of mostly kids, there was bound to be a ton of weirdos that would pop up on the app. These are just 5 of the worst TikTokers, but trust me, it gets a lot worse. But if I try to put all of them in one video, this video would be hours long. So I think I am going to be posting a second or like a part 2 video probably later on throughout the month. So just let me know in the comments below who you want to see in that video, and I'll probably look into them or research them. But let me know in the comments below if you have any creators or ideas that you want me to.
He said he was leaving a link to some shit in the shit. Evil twin brother Discord. Doo-doo-doo. Shout out Bill's YT. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that was that. Y'all go like, comment, sub, turn on post notifications and all that. And don't be a fucking weirdo. You feel me? It's free. Yeah. It don't cost you no money. No internet embarrassment. Nothing. It's literally free if you just leave kids the fuck alone. And that's about all we have for today. And I'm gonna fuck with y'all in the next video, gang. Peace out.